Three, two. Hey, welcome back to VIOC in Action. This is your boy, Mr. Leon Hunt, better known as Mr. Rice Books One Time for the One Time Count, Cool, Count, Quench. And don't forget my manners. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you are across the world listening into the show. The one and only 107.9 FM, live in the building right now. And this week is a special week. Just like any other show. Any other show is a special show, but this week is a special week because we got a very special guest on the show. And this guest is very far away, and I had to go through extreme majors to get to this guest that's on the show right now. Now, I want to say this is the first time this guest has been on this show, at least the first time that the guest been on this particular show with me. Um, so it should be fun. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, and of course, we're going through our segment that we continue going with our Olympic experiences. And like I said, I want to get through to as many Virgin Island Olympians, so we could talk about the experiences that they had. And oh my goodness, like even just talking about it now, especially with all this stuff going, on, even talking about it, I'm getting excited because it's the Olympics. It's literally the world biggest stage for everything. But hey, it's not about me right now. Let's talk about our guest. So today's guest we have Mrs. Natalia Kuipers. She's a swimmer. Mrs. Natalia.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm I'm good. How are you?
I am blessed. Everything's safe here. We're here in the Virgin Islands. Everything is pretty good, for the
Mhm.
most part. And we talk a little bit before the show, but so I didn't want to give the audience a little bit too much about you, but I'm gonna tell them a little bit. So Natalia is one of our swimmers, you guys. Um, she competed in 2018 Youth Olympics as a swimmer. She gonna tell us about her experiences and what she did down there and all those amazing things. And if you guys remember, a couple weeks ago, we had Mrs. Michaela Smith, one of the Smith youths, them at the same competition. So Michaela did track and field, and Natalia did swimming. So, Mrs. Natalia, how's everything going?
It's pretty good. Can't complain.
So, oh well, all right. So I'll tell you what. A lot of like I knew about you then at 2018, but I'm sure you've been competing for the Virgin Islands for a while. So if I don't know
Mhm.
about you and I'm quote unquote the our athletes commission president, I myself should know about you. So guess what? This is our time to kind of get to know each other and see about what you're doing. We'll talk about what I did in track and field and so forth. So who are you?
Okay.
Where you're from? And all that good stuff.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I'm from the Virgin Islands. I was born in St. Croix.
Yes, I me too.
Uh,
Mhm.
and I started swimming when I was like 8.
Mhm.
I played tennis because my brother played tennis and he's my older brother, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do what he does. But then
Right.
I was like, wow, like I really hate sweating. And so then we got me in the pool, and I was like, wow, like this is what I'm meant to be doing. I just like loved it. And so I've been competing for the Virgin Islands since I was like 11, I believe. I went to my first trip when I was 11.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's just ever since then I've just really enjoyed it and been swimming for the VI. And yeah,
Okay, so basically, so you used to start out as tennis. You didn't like to
I did.
you didn't like to sweat, so you went in the water. So,
Nope.
but wait, so don't you
Yeah.
sweat sometime if you do too many laps in this in the pool?
Yeah, but you don't notice it
Ah, okay,
because
okay.
you're
Because
underwater,
you
so it's
still and you
okay.
still cooling down anyway. Because I've realized that before I have been sweating before. I'm like, wait a second, like, because in
Mhm.
track and field we would do pool workouts,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sometimes, and yeah, first of all it's tiring, it's tough, and you would sweat no matter
Mhm.
how much you. And I get locks, and a lot of time I don't like to get my hair wet in there because it's a
Mhm.
long duty to get done afterwards. But when you're sweating like that, it just feels so refreshing to just put your head underneath the water and it's like
Yeah.
yeah, I love it, I love it. All right,
Yeah, no, it's super nice.
so from since then you you've been swimming. So have you ever
Mhm.
went back to playing tennis again, or you'd like to do it in your free time?
Yeah, no, I do it for fun, like with my mom or something, but I haven't I haven't taken it seriously in a long time.
Right.
I I, I kind of lost my
Yep.
skills for that a while ago.
But you know what? It's like riding a bike. Once you learn to ride a
Yeah,
bike,
yeah,
you
yeah.
always know to do something. So when you go back out there,
Yeah,
you be
once
like, man, I could beat you. Yeah, I got it.
yeah, I get very competitive with it.
Love it. I love it. Just as all our Virgin Island national athletes, I think we are one of the unique countries because we're very small. Um, I would say divided but still together, and we're all like I
Mhm.
think we got big this big competitive instinct against us because Virgin from St. Croix to St. Thomas and St. John cross the water. You know what I'm saying? Like people always try to compete against each other, and then we got an even bigger competitive advantage. Well, because then we got to go to the mainland and compete
Mhm.
against those guys up there. And then in this case, we happen to be overseas. But before we get overseas, what school did you go to in St. Croix?
I went to Good Hope Country Day School
Okay, and
since
university.
since forever.
Forever. All right, so there it is. And your
Yeah.
university,
Pardon?
your college.
Right now, no. Right now I'm actually this is my senior year of high school. So I'm just
Okay.
finishing it up in Barcelona here.
Okay.
But next year I'm going to Bryant University.
Mhm.
I've already committed, and I'm going there in the fall
Nice.
to swim.
Got it. So okay. So how is it where? So right now we're doing 12th grade abroad.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So how has that experience been?
Really, really unique, honestly.
Mhm.
It's like uh, I don't know. I'm still super young, so it's definitely different to be living away from home so early. But
Okay.
it's really fun, and like I have a nice support system here, so I like it a lot, and I love Spain. So
So even in Spain, so I'm assuming you speak Spanish.
I'm getting there. I
You're
can
learning it.
communicate, but
Okay.
I like it's not perfect yet,
Uh,
but
so you
little
could
by little.
So you could get well Saint Croix at least we speak a lot of good Spanish there, so
Oh
that
yeah, for
kind of
sure.
gave you a good little push to when you get over there. It's like oh I
Yeah,
could
yeah, yeah.
read this, I know what this is, so
Yeah,
I
no,
got
I
it.
had a basis for sure.
I
And yeah.
and the school you're at now is it set up like a university or is it just set up?
No,
Okay.
no, no. I'm like just studying Spanish here. I'm like taking Spanish classes,
Mhm.
but it's like I'm taking rigorous Spanish classes.
I got you. I
I don't
got
know
you.
if that makes sense.
No, I got you.
So so I took a lot of credits in the first 3 years of high school.
Mhm.
So I'm finishing up all my high school classes online. I only have like 2 or 3 classes to do.
Okay.
And then I'm going to actually end up graduating from Good Hope Country Day School in
Oh,
May or
okay.
June or whenever that is.
I got you. I got you. All right,
Mm-hmm.
so let's push it back. Well, actually, yeah, push it back a little bit. So this is senior year.
Okay.
No, we talking your
Mm-hmm.
sophomore year. Sophomore year when you found out you qualified for Youth Olympic Games. First of all, how was that reaction? And then, second of all, after it soaked in, like what happened then? So when did you qualify for it? In 2018. In 18.
I think I found out I was going in like a couple months before, maybe in like May
Mhm.
before May of 2018, around then.
Mhm.
And then yeah, no, I was super duper happy. I love going to travel meets like that, and it's just such a cool experience. It's so unique, and so no, I was very very excited. And then after that, I just knew I had to like work really hard to get there. So no missing practice, just putting your head down and just going for it.
So what event did you qualify for?
I swam. Wow, this is a long time ago. Uh,
Oh, two
I
years.
swam the
Mhm.
400 freestyle and I think the 200 freestyle. Yeah.
Okay, the 4 and 2. Okay,
Hmm.
and that's what you do now. You still do the 4 and 2.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
do. I do the 400 freestyle, the 200 freestyle, and the 200 butterfly.
okay, so in travel. Okay, so as any athlete, most athletes they love to travel to these different countries.
Hmm.
Um, this would have been the first time you went to Buenos Aires, correct?
Yes, yeah, it was my first time.
Okay, so going down there, which is in Argentina. So going down, leaving St. Croix, you was like, all right, man. So you with the team, you got to meet the team down. How was
hmm
travel day? Like, how many days preparation did you have before you get to Argentina?
We were there like how many days before I competed in Argentina?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were there about a week before I competed because in total they wanted us to be there for the whole duration of the competition, which is 3 weeks,
Okay.
because there were a lot of like events set up for us
Events.
to participate in, and like the purpose of it was, it wasn't just to go there and compete and go home. It was like to have the entire Youth Olympic experience.
Experience. Mm-hmm.
So we were there about a week before I competed, and I think it was valuable because I got to like get accustomed to the time change, and um, had a chance to like swim in the pool a bunch and practice in the pool and really just get in like a routine
Okay.
that I would be having in the swim meet. So it was definitely valuable.
Okay. So you had 3 weeks full down there. That's 21 days. First week going
hmm
down. How long till you get down before you had when you got there? When was the opening ceremony?
I think right as we got there, it
Okay,
wasn't
so
too long
since you
after we
got
got there.
down there, you got straight
Yeah.
to the okay. So how? So as I told people, at least we've been listening for the last couple of weeks now. Well, shoot,
hmm
actually months now. Within the opening ceremony, I always tell people. So this one was unique because this one you're gonna explain to us. You guys went out there together, which is different. So usually it's a big old stadium, right? You got in there, got
hmm
all the lights in. You got the ring, the flag bearer there, and they say Virgin Island, Islas Virginias, Ustedes Americano. Then you walk through, and then you just hear all these thousands of people just yelling, like cheering and everything. You got the big mega strong
hmm
up there, and then they just see your face, and you be like, oh yeah, that's me right there. And then now, of course, everybody taking the pictures and the video, recording the moment.
hmm
How did that feel in this moment? Although it was different, so explain to us what was this opening ceremony like for you, because this one was different.
Yeah, this opening ceremony was different because it wasn't in any sort of stadium or anything like that. It was actually in the city. So we walked through we walked through the city of Buenos Aires into like, I don't know, like a plaza or something.
Mm-hmm.
And the opening ceremony was incredible. Like it was really long, and you could really tell that they put a lot of work into it because there are just so many really interesting performances, and like it was very very cool. Like
So
they mixed in elements of the culture, and I don't know, it was incredible
So
for
so
sure.
was it so was
So
it
much
like
to remember.
was it like a parade?
Yeah, it was, of all the athletes, and
Uh,
then there were like people on the sides, from
from the city.
Argentina,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, no, it was large. It was really big.
All right, so you wasn't really so did you have to was we had people holding the flag too, or everybody had a flag, or like how was it? Or everybody was all mixed up all over the place? Like how was
Yeah,
it?
everyone was pretty mixed up, but like each in their own little groups. Like I don't remember what countries were next to us, but we were surrounded by other countries, and everyone was just like talking and chatting, and like it was fun. And we all had like little flags,
Uh-huh.
and then we had a flag bearer, which was Kai Odlum,
Okay,
and
okay.
yeah, and our delegations, like, it was quite small because we only had what, like, four athletes,
Yeah.
and then each of our coaches, and so yeah, we were just kind of like swallowed up by like the bigger teams, but it was cool because we got to like talk with them, and it was fun.
All right. So just to let you know, most games we are usually one of the smallest teams there.
Oh yeah,
But
for
we are
sure.
so
I've noticed.
we of course I mean even looking at our country,
Yeah.
we don't have that many participants in sports. And if we do
Mhm.
have many in sports, we all share the same athletes. So you got somebody who might
Mhm.
play football, and he also played tennis, and then you got somebody, a
Mhm.
girl who played volleyball, and she's also a swimmer. So we just got a lot of minimum talented athletes, but we throw a hard punch when we get to the games. That's the best
Yeah, for
part
sure.
about it because everybody. So people was like, "Where's the Virgin Islands? I've never been there. Like, where are you guys at?" Then you show them on a map. They were like, "What? What is that? I
Well, you can't
never."
even see it.
Yeah, right. So many times I've traveled across the world and people like they never heard about the Virgin Islands, and then even
Yeah,
when you
but
pull it
they
up, they
all
like
want your pins.
right. So wait, so this one you had pins. What? So I'm glad you
Mhm.
bring it up because I always tell people about the pin game. Like my pin game is the best ever. Um,
That's what everyone says. That's what
no, no,
everyone says.
like mine's is traditionally the best, and I think I got the best skill for it. So, what's people know about the pin game now? Because I kind of teach them
Mhm.
about it. So, in pins, how do you accumulate as much pins as possible during the games?
Wow, it's an art. No, I don't know. Um, but no. So your delegation like gives you a bag of pins, and I didn't know when I first went to these Olympic games. I didn't understand. Like I would just like give my pins to people. They're like, oh, that's cool. I was like, okay, here, like you want one?
Right.
But then my swim coach Brian taught me because he went to Barranquilla,
Uh huh.
and he was like, no, like you have to trade it.
Yeah.
You have to get something back for it. And I was
Pins
like,
is
wow, okay.
currency. It's
So
currency
it's
out there.
really just a thing to go around and look for the pins you don't have and trade them. And it's really cool because you come home with like pins from a ton of different countries, and like, but more about that, it's like a reason to go up and like talk to people, and like make a
Right.
connection, make an interaction, and like I don't know, that's what I like about it is like connecting with someone
The
new.
interaction, right? So that's something unique about. Well, especially when you're so. Remember, the Olympics is bringing all the countries into one place to celebrate quote
Mhm.
unquote world peace, although outside of the
Mhm.
competitions. So you may have some countries that's against war with each other, and you will
Yeah,
see the tension
but they
sometime. But
still want each other's pins.
they still want each other pins. And when you go to enough world games, you really see like everybody's like they're there for all the same purpose. Like we all share
Yeah,
that similar value in there within world peace. So bringing sports in there, although it's competitive, but we're there like man, like it's an honor to be the world's
but your
best.
friends, yeah,
Right, and you really develop friends from across the world. So
for sure,
you
for
get
sure.
that there, and the pin is like a symbol. Like man, I remember, you know what? I remember this pin here from the Virgin Islands, and what's her name again? Man, me and her, I think we were friends on Facebook. Oh, wait, Natalia. Yes, Natalia. Yes, she was so cool,
Yeah.
and then so I
Mhm.
remember. So here's a secret, right? So the pin game, pins is currency,
It
especially
is
at the
currency.
games. Everything you want, you could get with a pin. So,
Yeah.
example, say for happen, you needed a taxi cab to go downtown to explore the city. Hey, taxi
This is
cab,
so true.
I'm
This
gonna
is
give
very
you
true.
this pin right here. Oh yeah, cool, cool. Yeah, yes, 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 you good. Yeah, thank you very much. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, man, man. You know what? I only have this is pesos, so you guys was in the Spanish country. Something costed 5 pesos. You happen to only have four. Hey, I only got 4 pesos and a pin. Oh yeah,
Here's a
very fine.
pin.
Here's this
No
pin, and here's
problem.
something else extra too. And then they go back and show their coworkers like, oh yeah, can I have one too? Oh look, I could give you this here,
Yeah, no, exactly. That's
right?
so true. Yeah, my
So,
mom came to Buenos Aires
uh
to
huh,
watch me swim,
you're right.
and after I was done, we went and watched like other sports. And we really wanted to go see hockey, but it was like full and they wouldn't let us in.
Mm-hmm.
But then I whipped out my pins, and you better believe we got it. Like
Absolutely,
it works every
definitely,
time, dude.
every
Everyone wants a
single
pin.
time. But here's how you get everybody's pin. So, ideally, it's about almost 200 countries that's there for World Games, right? Which is a lot. That's a lot of pins. Every country don't have a pin. Some people might give you like they might have like a actual like a pin, not like a country pin, but like man, I don't want that little pin. But it is something for the country. But here's how you do it.
Mhm.
Everybody have to go at one place at one moment at a time, which is the cafeteria. So this is how you do it
Yeah,
though.
no, that's true.
If you get there early, this remember our pin is extremely unique because nobody know who we are. We got this bird in our pin.
And there
It's
are
like what
not
the
that
heck?
many of us
And there's
either.
not that many of us. Lovely.
We definitely have people coming up to us being like, hey, like one of my friends got one of your pins. Can I have one too? And you're like,
Yes.
nah, like we already have your country. And they're like, wow, dang it.
See, so look, so you go in the cafeteria. Now every games, believe me or not, I do this all the time. I go in the middle of the cafeteria. We'll talk about the cafeteria too. So go in the middle of the cafeteria. I set up a camp in the front of the in the middle of the cafeteria with our flag there, right? And I say pins here, right? And then of course they got the flag up there, pins here. Nobody know who the heck this is. Virgin Islands, great. So and instead of the cafeteria line, you have a pin line just to come up to us. And now remember, it's only almost like less than 10 of us at all these games out all the time anyway. So we're there, and we're just there. Okay, let me get that one. Okay, nah. I give you this one for that one. Boom, boom. Then you collect all your pins in the first 2 3 days. Perfect. Don't have to worry about it again. And then that's when they start giving you, well, I give you my jersey and everything. You're like, okay, cool. Well, I'll take a jersey for it because
I guess I'll take a shirt for a small
yeah,
pin.
because here
Sure.
and here's the thing, our like those jerseys, like you can't buy these jerseys online or anything. They're all unique. So
No, yeah.
that's how you do it, and that's the pin game for all the games. And guess what? We'll take a quick commercial break and come right back in VIOC action. We're talking with my girl over there, Miss Natalia, representing us over there, the Virgin Islands. Nice. Hey, welcome back to VIOC in action. We're here talking to the best swimmer in the water. And guess what? I said it, and that's true because I said it. That's how it is. Miss Natalia in the building right now, representing us. Well, right now, she's over there in Spain. She's in Barcelona. But guess what? She represented the Virgin Island Lodge because we all over the place. And we was talking about our Youth Olympic pin game experience, transitioning the pin game experience to wait, your whole competition. So how was the competition in Barcelona? I mean, sorry, not Barcelona, in Argentina.
It was good. It was definitely probably the toughest competition I had been to at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everyone was very, very, very fast. But no, it was good. And definitely a good experience. I had never really, I don't think until I had raced people from so many different places before then. But yeah.
So let me ask you. So that is, of course, the Olympics is the biggest stage on there. So
Yes.
your first event, whether it's a 200 or 400, um,
Hmm.
how like okay, so say for instance, race day was tomorrow. You which one you did first, the
Hmm.
two or the four?
I think the 200 was first.
Okay, so this was a sprint, of course, just as any other competition now these days.
Yeah.
So the 200. So how did you load up? Do you guys load up on your carbohydrates? Do you eat pasta and anything before the night before? Like so, in track and field, they like to load up on carbs because we would like to burn, burn all the carbs. So
Hmm.
how does that work in swimming? Day before the meet.
I mean, personally, back then too, I don't really do that. I don't really load up on carbs. I kind of just try to eat normally, so that I feel normal,
Mm-hmm.
the next day because I don't want to change something up and then have like a weird reaction, not feel great the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to just like do what I do normally.
No, that's good.
And also I'm not like a super distance swimmer. Like the 200 and the 400 are middle distance.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if I were swimming the mile or the 800, maybe I would carbo load, but no, I don't really carbo load for the 200 or 400.
Amazing. See, there it is. Cause so, all right. So as an experienced athlete, I had the show before last. Mr. Calvin Dallas, he represented us in the '88 and '92 Olympics. So that
Hmm.
was South Korea and it might was Barcelona too. I think.
Oh, yeah, 92 is Barcelona.
Yeah, right. So, what a coincidence, you understand? So, so he was telling us that well, he's a distance guy, and so I was telling him that
Hmm.
I like so as a coach too. I went through the whole from athlete to coach to administration, right?
Hmm.
Um, and I tell him that when I was coaching, I used to, you like to teach the athletes all the best things you're supposed to be doing, textbook information.
Hmm.
And then
Hmm.
when they get to a particular level, you tell them forget all that stuff. Here's what we're gonna do now, right?
Yeah, do
So
what's right for you, right?
right, and so that's why I was like, so we give them the fundamentals and everything, tell them throw all that stuff out the window, and then here we go. Like you said,
Hmm.
for carb loading, you just like, man, I just ate what I usually eat. I don't like to change things up, which is great
Yeah.
because when you get into your competition, you want to do things what you always do because this is what you do. It takes your body
Yeah.
99 hours to do something, at least to learn something. Um,
Hmm.
which is why we go through drills over and over and over and over and over. So it takes your body 99 hours to learn something, whether if it's good or bad. That's how long it takes. So when we talk about breaking bad habits, is because we're trying to go ahead and you hear your coach say, make sure your arm stroke is like this, and you do it, and you want to over exaggerate it because you want your body to learn that and get out those habits. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, so we tell them all the good stuff. We break it down. Like, okay, man, this is what you're supposed to be doing now. So I like that you said I just always do what I've been doing, and you go out there and you. Well, my thing is you go out there and you have fun for sure.
Yeah.
Whether
Yeah.
it no
Yeah.
serious event, but guess what? Every time you compete is a serious event. You know, every time you compete is the championship, or at least that's how you should think about it, because you want to
Mhm.
get the best time. The only person you're against
Mhm.
is time. You know, so you're in constant battle with yourself. So you just always want to break time down. So
Mhm.
that's how it goes there. So you went out there, and so how was the two? So did you get the time that you wanted? Did you like what was you going for?
I didn't have an incredible swim,
Mhm.
um, but I added a little bit of time to my best time,
Mhm.
and I don't know. I think there are just certain. I don't know. It wasn't a great swim, but like I went away from it knowing what I needed to do better. You
Right.
know,
Right.
so
Okay.
I took it as an experience.
No, that's good because
um,
you just learned. You just well, you can learn something overnight. Yes, but you need a
mhm,
lot of um reps in there to you be like, okay, I know how I feel to do not well, you know, and I don't want to
mhm,
do this again. So you know what it takes to not do what you're not supposed to do.
mhm,
So in taking the
yeah,
two event in the 200 meter in, how did you prepare for the 400 now? Because now you most people only do one event at a competition,
mhm,
especially major competition. So now you doubling up. So
mhm.
did you think that was an event? Like, do you like to do more than one events at a competition, or like
I
how does that
do,
go
yeah,
for you?
I do like to do more than one event because I don't know. I feel like it takes the pressure off a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because you just have more chances to do better, you know. And if you swim one event, then it'll be all you think about. It's just that one event, and I don't know. Feel like it's a big amount of pressure to travel all the way to Argentina
Uh huh.
for one event, you know. So I really do like to swim more than one event at a competition.
So past one of our shows too, a couple weeks ago, we spoke to Laverne Jones. She's we like to call her
Mhm.
the Queen of Olympics, Miss Queen, because she's now preparing for her fifth Olympics.
Wow.
She's been to four, and she said the same thing. So she usually run the 1 and the 200 meter, and
Mhm.
with in her competition, the first race or the first event she run is a warm up for the later events. And just like in swimming, you have round one, then you got your round two, then you got the semifinals and quarterfinals and so forth, right?
Mhm.
Um, so those are a lot of, but if you happen to go to finals, you already ran or swam that same
Yeah,
event
and that's
like
why I
three.
love prelims finals meets because you get an opportunity, like almost to practice swim. Like I don't like to think of it like that because obviously you want to do your best and you don't want to think of it as like, oh, this is just a practice. But
Mm-hmm.
I really do
So
like it when I have more than one opportunity to swim a race.
so one of the tricks we learn in in championships is it's not if you got to be the fastest person out there, but who can you got to beat the rounds. Like who could get through the most rounds, because you might run a really good race the first round, but you still got three more rounds to go, and
Yeah,
this is
you have to know
you gotta
yourself
know,
and
and
know
then
what you
you
need to do to continue to
exactly,
perform well.
and because you compete against other, well, usually when you get up to a little bit when you get into your sport some more, you start learning the swimmers. Like, okay, this person got a good start, this person
Oh
got a
yeah, for
bad
sure, for
finish,
sure.
and then these is important because now you're taking your craft in like seriously, and so that's part of training too that a lot of people don't understand. Like, nah, this is training outside the pool that I gotta like. You just have to know this. It's like, nah, I'm not just gonna go in there. I'm just gonna swim. Nah, nah, nah. It takes a little bit more than that to be a great athlete, you know. And
Mhm.
if you're number one all the time, guess what? Then you don't have to worry about anything. But that's probably not the that's probably not how it is. So you gotta learn it. You know, learn your people and go in there and get through the rounds so you get back to finals. And finals, everybody. Well, once you get to finals, everybody's the champ. Well, you know, because you got to the
Mhm.
finals, and then it's just pretty much going out and just digging. So like you said, you like to have more swim. Like me, I like one. I like to do one event.
Sprinter.
That's it. I don't. I was a jumper. I got three jumps in the prelims, and the finals another three. Right. But that
Mhm.
whole competition gonna last about an hour, and so I got 1 hour to do 6 jumps, and that's it. I love it. It's
Mhm.
amazing. I'm good. Even when I used to run the 100 and do the hurdles as well. But
Mhm.
those was cool. But I was like, yo, those take a lot of energy, man. I was like, shoot, like
Oh.
if you false start, like he was like on your mark, bing, and you false start, that's it. You know, I was like, ah, man, that
Yeah, totally.
sucks. So I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good with my attempts, and it's only about
Mhm.
40 meters I gotta run and jump. I
Mhm.
loving it. You know what I mean?
That's funny. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So after your competitions, you had about another week left. So I know
Yeah.
this event was more for academic to the learning the culture, for different cultures.
Yeah, no, that's why I really like this. For me, it was super fun because the organizers of it really emphasized like we want all the athletes here for the full 3 weeks. We want them here to like really experience what the Youth Olympic Games is and what it's about. And it was like they made a big effort about like connecting people and connecting all the athletes. And
Mm-hmm.
I came away from that swim meet with like a lot of new friends from a lot of different sports, not just swimmers,
Mm-hmm.
which was really fun. It was really cool experience.
Yeah, I love to be at games. I really never hang out with the truck guys. Some
Really.
always I never hang out with them. I mean, outside of the training aspect of it, but other than that, I'm into the other sports because,
Mhm.
like, we're
It's cool
there.
to learn about
Yeah,
them,
like
and it's
we're
cool to go watch them and
to
see your
watch
friends
them and
be
see what
see your friends competing and stuff. Yeah.
and then you know it was hard for you to get here too, but you know that I mean, like if you put somebody in your event, you're like, man, I'm sure they can do this, and then you try to do their
Yeah.
event, they're like, man, they must be really good to be here, you know. So
Yeah.
even you
Yeah.
watching
Yeah. Yeah.
some of the games, it's a team sport. You're like, man, I can go out and do better than that person. You're like, but really, can you? Like, do you know what it took
Yeah.
that person to be on the biggest, the highest level of training to be out there? Like, they must be, even if they missing baskets or whatever it is dealing with a ball, it's still probably better than what you could do in that competition. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah. The
So
sports are so different.
I like to support the people I'm out there, and even some new sports. I'm well, some new of the sports I really don't. You know, you still go out there and support it. Might only watch a run
Yeah.
or
Go see
two,
it.
but you know to see it and
Go learn a thing or two.
probably
Yeah.
go get a pin, go give a pin to the audience or somebody like that or something. Be straight. It's cool.
Yeah.
So let me see, because I remember this was a project. So I went to the academy. There's the the Youth Olympic Academy. Um,
Where is that?
so every summer in June, it's in Athens, right?
Oh, yes.
Olympia.
Okay. Right.
So you may have got something not too long ago hearing about that. All right. So I went
Mhm.
in 2016. So about 4 years ago. Um, and that experience was is the same concept. We just don't. Okay. So we go
You're
there.
still competing.
No, no. So it is there though. So you go there because me and Sydney Paul, she's a bowler for us. She's
Mhm.
from St. Croix. Um,
Is
w-
she? She's a like she
journalist.
writes for the
Yep,
newspaper also.
yep,
No.
exactly. Yep,
Right. Yes. She was at in Lima
yep.
for. Yeah, I
For
met her
Portal.
there.
Mm-hmm. So we went there, and of course Sydney did. She was so we went there to represent the. You get two athletes to go. Same concept. Two, a male and female, to represent your country over there, and then you get there. Your first day in Athens. It's really not until Olympia, which is a city where the Olympics started. So we
Mhm.
go out there, and you get into these dorms. It's hot as heck out there. It's dead summertime. I mean, when I talking about hot, that thing hot out there, right? It was so hot, like you could wash your clothes, right? You don't even need a
Mhm.
dryer. You put your clothes on outside on the line, and in 5 minutes, I guaranteed, stiff as it's stiff. It done dry. No joke, no joke. Anybody that went over there, you could ask them. It's amazing though. So you go there, you go in these classes, and whatever. At the time we went, we was talking about the same. We were talking about the Olympics for Rio and how the sustainability. So the games come there. what are we gonna do after the games? Like, how are we gonna, make it sustainable? Where are we gonna just make some permanent facilities, or are we gonna, be able to build them up, breaking down, whatever it was, right? So that was the topic of that time. So you go to these classes, and you in there with probably like about 7, maybe 10 students or whatever. You in these groups, you coming up with these concepts, and then you get free time to go and go out and do some sporting events and stuff. So that's what I was saying. We do some competitions, so you learn different sports, and at the end of it
Mhm.
all, we have our Olympics. So everybody do 3 events, and it's not like it's all track and field, all right. So we do 3 events,
Mhm.
and you just try to compete with each other, and everybody's not a winner, and I don't believe everybody's a winner, but everybody's not a winner, and you do your thing or whatever. Of course, my team won because I was there, and it was just fun. Like I made a video about it, like a whole 10 video series about every day for it, and we did a tribute video for the whole thing, and that's up on their website. I'll give you guys the information and everything, but um, that's a fun event, and we learn about the Olympics there. So that project that we learned there was one of the projects that you had coming up 2 more years, which was your event, and that's why we went there. Well, your event was set up to where we want this this youth group that's going to be our future senior Olympians to value the Olympic dream, and carry and push that and bring it back to your countries and really. So you guys was, I guess you guys was the testers, and but you guys did great though, So I really I'm glad that you had a chance to experience that, and it definitely was fun. So right now, all right. So are you an off season? No, or
No, I'm not. I should be in the full swing of things, except with this whole coronavirus situation, I actually am not even able to train right now.
okay. So good point. All right. So you're in Spain. You're in Barcelona.
Hmm.
So how is it going on over there? Because as you see in the U.S., everything, all the major sports is shut down. So you're now being affected from the corona, and how is that affecting you? Like, so tell us your experience and like just what's going on over
Yeah,
there.
I mean, it's pretty grim. Like, so Carifta, you have Carifta for track too, right?
Yes, yes,
Um,
Karifka. I think you guys was in Bermuda or
Barbados. It's meant to be in
Barbados.
Barbados this
Barbados.
year.
Okay.
It's supposed to be. And I was really looking forward to that. I was planning on flying from Barcelona to Carifta, and it would have been my last one. I've been going since I was 11, and but right now, I think Spain is like number 2 in the world for cases of coronavirus or something like that. I don't want to spread like fake news, but I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere.
Okay.
Um, but it's pretty bad here, and so everyone is like, the government says you have to stay in your house.
Okay.
And everything is shut down except grocery stores and pharmacies.
Okay.
So obviously, the pool, my swim club is shut down here. So,
Mhm.
and that's just for 15 days,
Okay.
and then they'll reevaluate the situation after that. But yeah, it's quite grim. Like, I can't really go out. I have to work out in my house,
Right.
and I can't swim. I have no pool. But
Right. So you gotta just.
so
So do
I
you
don't
just
know.
have to sit you lay on the couch and just act like you swimming, and then just like, you
Yeah,
swimming and just
just have
like.
to visualize. See how much visualization works.
Okay, so that's a good point then. So the question now is okay, so how do you train as a swimmer and not being inside the pool? So now we
Yeah,
really have to. Okay, so tell me what are the things that, because this is really what you have to do now. So what literally you have to be doing?
yeah. So my coach sent me like a workout plan to do, like things to do every day, just to keep the strength up, and then also I have to like keep the cardio levels up because, I mean, with the events I swim, I can't just get in there and just spin my arms. I have to have a certain level of cardio to like get me through like a 200 butterfly or 400
Mm-hmm.
freestyle. So I have to, like, I've been running up and down the stairs.
Okay, stairs
Like,
workout.
it's,
Mm-hmm.
you just have to like improvise and do what you can because I want to go running, like actually out on the street, but we can't even do that now because we just have to stay in the houses.
But you did mention that the pharmacies and the grocery stores are open. So if
Yeah.
they're
So
open,
we're not just like starving out here, but
right.
But yeah, we do have to
So do
stay
you?
inside as much as we can.
But if the stores are open, do you can you walk to? Well, can you run to the store?
Maybe, yeah, I suppose I could, but yeah, no. The people I live with here,
Uh huh.
they went out the other day, and then the police actually stopped them. They're like, "Where are you going?" And they're like, "Oh, we're going to the grocery store." And they're like, "Okay, but you can only go in like groups of one." So,
Oh,
like,
one. We
you
got
know,
you.
I don't know, it's crazy.
Okay,
But yeah,
no,
I suppose
no.
I could run to the grocery store. You're
Yeah,
right.
so I mean
I could run.
I think if I was you and okay, no. Okay, so within the situation, right? Of course you don't want to okay, so because you got to be precautionate, you know. So
Mhm.
knowing the fact that you guys have the level of activity going on over there, of course
Mhm.
is risky cuz you know, we're not the expert cuz like now everybody's the expert about it. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, you got to do this, yeah, you got to do the like really okay, like when did everybody come 2 weeks ago nobody knew nothing about it and now today a
Yeah.
million people are expert about it. Like this must be where did they get the expert degree certification from? Because give me
If you
one
see it
too,
on
shoot.
Facebook, you know it's true, right?
Right, you check. So, within the, I just saying, if you did have to go and you really had to go, you just maximize the situation as in, if you had to go to the store, and you, I ain't walking, I gonna run to the store. I'm
Yeah, I can
going
run to a
there,
store like far
get all the
away, like
stuff.
a far away store.
Yeah, you get it, and then you come back. That's all I'm saying. If you had to go, you make the best of it. If you don't have to go,
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
stay inside. You do 100 steps up and down, and you do your squats or whatever it is. I guarantee you do
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
that it will get you tired and then get you fit too. Um,
Yeah.
and I
I mean, I'm
just
doing my best. It's just so different from like training with my whole team and with a coach
yeah,
there
but
to
guess
like
what?
literally
Ain't
just
all,
by myself running up and down the
and the
stairs.
thing is, it's not only you. Everybody else have the same situation
Yeah,
too. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So if it was just only, then it'd be unfair. But it's all good. So let's
yeah.
go to a quick commercial break in VIOC action. Let's hear some more about this. I like to call it CV. Let's hear about more of this coronavirus going on over there in Spain. All right. VIOC action. We're here sitting down with Natalia live all the way over there in Barcelona, Spain. Mrs. Natalia, how's everything?
It's good. Still good.
See it there. All right. Wait. So wait. What's the temperature over there?
Let me see. I'll open the door. It is. It's cold and it's raining. Oof.
Okay.
I think it's
Cold.
probably like 45 maybe.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
That's
chilly. Not like St. Croix right now. Not like Book Island.
yeah. We like 80, 86, 82. A
Yeah.
nice, nice
Oh,
sun.
sounds nice.
All right. So we ain't gonna talk about what I'm on, but hey, it's all good. So we're talking about your training indoors, self quarantine. I right now, I mean, as a track guy, I could be in the in inside training, have nothing to do, no weights or whatever it is. But as a swimmer, um, now it's time to figure out like what is it exactly that you could do inside. So what type of workout do you have for anybody that who is a swimmer that's stuck inside the house? Um, what is it that so it's actually like being in a snow day if you was up in a knot someplace and you stuck in what do you call it, blizzard outside, and you have to stay inside and do a workout. So let's just imagine that was the case, and what workout do you have for us?
Well, I got sent this by my coach, and we're meant to start with a bit of cardio, like 10 minutes or so of cardio,
Okay.
just to keep that, just to keep that going. And then let's see, and then we just basically afterwards do a circuit with like body weight stuff because no one really. I mean, I don't know about other people, but I don't have any like equipment or anything like that in my house.
Yes,
So
you
it's
do. So
basically.
this how we're gonna stop you because this is what we're gonna do. All right. So first you got to start with some cardio. So you could either run in place,
Mhm.
or some people may
Mhm.
have an exercise bike, or you have stairs. All right.
Stairs.
Or you remember those things called like a bear crawl, where you get on the ground on all fours and then you walk around the house and then like it's actually pretty fun when you're young, but it sucks when
Mhm.
you're older.
Mhm.
Those really hurt, but it gets your body, your blood pumping. First thing, boom.
Mhm.
All right, you don't have any weights in the house. Do you have any cans of beans or any canned food?
I, I don't know. We might.
Okay, so if you don't have any
Yeah,
canned food, do you
probably.
have a gallon of milk, a gallon of water, something
Mhm.
with a handle?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
I do.
that's about I think if I'm correct, a gallon of water weighs no more than about 5 to 8 pounds. That's some good weight right there because okay, so you got that, and then the next thing is you got a pillowcase that you could actually put some things inside of, some things that you could wrap up or whatever, and that's also something that you could use for weights. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so we just have, I don't know, we have a basic, it's like a circuit just to keep, just to not lose muscles, like squats, lunges with jumps. And then I don't know what this thing is called. It's like a tether band. It's like I don't know, one of those bands that are like stretchy,
Yeah,
and you
resistant
use them
bands.
to,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you use them to work on your strokes and everything,
Okay.
and for your like, shoulder stability and shoulder strengthening.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know. It's basically a circuit with like one, two, three, four, like 10 parts, and you just go through that. I don't know. I suppose as many times as you want. Or I did it. I don't know how many times I did this. Like 4 or 5 times,
Okay.
and then yeah, it's basically like the goal is for when we get back in the pool, not to just have lost everything we've been working for, because this was unexpected, and it would just be a bummer to come back to the pool in like 2 weeks or whenever
All right. So I.
and
Uh huh.
not have anything left.
No, no. I feel you. I mean, the worst thing to do is just to sit there and watch Netflix all day.
Exactly.
Uh,
Yeah. No, we're trying not to do that.
or the other best things you could, since you're in school, you could still sit there and do your homework, and that's still good because you gotta keep
Yeah.
up on your
Yeah.
grades.
Yeah.
Alright. So, I recommend doing as much body exercise as you can, even when you're
Mhm.
not, because you never could get too much, right? Especially at this
Yeah.
time.
No. No.
But because
I
you
mean,
have
and whatever I do, it's gonna be less than what I do normally. Like normally I'm swimming a lot of hours a day, and here it's
exactly, and you have no, and you
like
guess
how
what,
many?
you have nothing else to
Yeah.
do anyway, you know.
Exactly. I'm stuck in the house all day. I might as well do some squats.
Right. So if anything, you gonna come back to the pool like they're gonna be like, "Damn, Natalia, damn, you was in the gym. Like, what a
You're
second here."
working out.
Right. The check.
Quarantine was good for you.
So I will actually take advantage of this particular time and get in those reps. So even look up
Mhm.
some other things, like burpees, the lunges, like anything
Mhm.
like body weight
Yeah.
or weight wise in there. Work on the smaller muscle. You got resistance bands, so you can work
Mhm.
on muscle
Yeah.
areas that you really don't not really used to working on. Um,
Mhm.
and be more and that makes you shoot a heck of an athlete because you now your mobility wise is
Mhm.
cool, so now your strokes is like, oh man, like I'm really flexible now, like, hey, I've been
Yeah.
playing some
Yeah. I'm
WD-40.
also taking this time to like stretch more. I don't know. Like
Absolutely.
everyone, coaches everywhere are always like telling me to stretch and stretch, and I'm like, it's so
Yes.
hard to find the time to just
And
properly sit down and stretch. But
as
like I'm doing it, and I'm like I'm gonna be flexible by the time coronavirus goes away.
definitely for sure though, like honestly, like this like if as a track guy, I think I would enjoy the self quarantine moment of training. Let's call it
Mhm.
quarantine training, um, because we usually only like to work on a bigger muscle group, and
Exactly. Yeah.
we don't want to work on those smaller ones. So now you don't have access to the bigger muscle group, or to the big weight, squat,
Mhm.
bench, bench
Mhm.
press, and everything, Olympic lifts. So now you're really forced to do these smaller exercise that's have a really extreme benefit to anything that you're gonna do. So
Yeah, you can just take advantage and like do some injury prevention and like
I
yeah,
love it.
it can work out.
Yep. So yeah, there it is. So yeah. So you say in full, y'all in 2 weeks or 15 days. So 2 weeks basically for the
Yeah,
next
as of
upgrade.
now. But like the situation is changing every day.
Every
Like a
day.
couple days ago, I thought this wasn't going to happen, and then
Yeah.
the government puts out an announcement. It's like, oh, stay in your houses or else. And we're like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so it's all cool.
So
Stay with inside of it. If anything else, you got a whole list of stuff to do. You get
yeah,
food and everything. Everything good. So we all right. Believe me, even if Karif got gone or postponed or actually canceled, there's many more other competitions out there. Anyway,
oh for sure. It's just
and
I've
best
been going to this one for so long,
but
and
the
like
thing is,
it's always so fun to see all my friends and stuff
and they gonna be so
from the other islands.
and
But
right. And the thing is, if it happened to get canceled, because this hasn't been the first event that got canceled before. In the past, they
Mm.
canceled other events. But the good thing about Karifka is that's the same group of people that you have to be with, that you're gonna go ahead and swim against. So they might
Oh
even
yeah,
do
everywhere.
some.
We yeah,
I
for sure.
guarantee you that I guarantee you whatever organization it is, because this affecting all sports. After
Mhm.
they get everything regulated and everything, some different new competition gonna go up or whatever, or they gonna
Mhm.
make some excuse. Well, you're too old now, but because you're supposed to have been it last time, no, you could probably do it again. Some type of thing will go inside because they.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we still want to get an opportunity out there, and they want people to come to these competitions. So definitely, they're gonna have some games again for sure.
Yeah, as of now, Crypt is like postponed. So
Yeah, and
hopefully it's everything works out and it still happens, which that's what I'm hoping for.
it's all good. I'm with it. All right, so where? All right, so you there? You doing that? You senior year now. Is there anything else that you will want to let the people in back home know? Is it any like tips and trick you wanna any last move for our younger athletes who are inspired by you that's coming up? Any words that you want to let them know?
To the younger athletes, man, I had really good role models when I was younger and swimming, and I would watch like Bryson Mays and Matthew and Kaylee and all them. Kaylee Watson, who went to the Olympics, I would watch them like traveling all over the world. And Kaylee actually went to Barcelona a couple years ago when I was really young, and I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. And I don't know, like they always told me just like stick with it because like my time would come to have all these like incredible opportunities as well. And
Mm-hmm.
like whenever they're younger swimmers on the team and they're like having trouble or they're like just thinking like, wow, do I really want to do this? I'm like, yes, you do. Like, please just stick with it because like it is so worth it. Like swimming opens up so many doors for you. Like I don't know, I best decision ever to start swimming for me, and I just think that like they should just stick with it. And I don't know, it's definitely a gift to be able to do all these things, you know?
I definitely agree. And let me tell you, my gift or my chance opportunity came when I was in high school, similar to you. Um,
Mhm.
I w- didn't. I hated track and field because you had to run.
Mhm.
Who like want to run for a living? Like it's not the best thing in the world. Let me tell you, definitely overrated. But I
Mhm.
remember that my opportunity came when you know how people some athletes are just good at what they do. I
Mhm. Yeah.
didn't know what I was doing. Coach was like, "Hey man, come on out there, man. I think you could." Coaches always they know talent. If a coach tell
Mhm.
a non-athlete something like, "Hey, you should come out there and try," they know what they talking about. Sometimes they don't, but
Yeah,
most of
they
the
see it.
time they
Yeah.
might know what's going on. You check, and they really just
Yeah.
seeing what you could really do with like you got a lot of potential if you put the work in. And
Mhm.
I just went. He literally I went out to run track in basketball shoes, and he just was like,
Love
yeah,
it.
man, right. Like it was not the best thing in the world. And I was like, how he let me do this? And I went out there and I jumped. And no warming up, but when you're young, you don't, you want your bones is like
Yeah.
rubber.
Just
Um,
go for it.
so I went out there, jumped like 20 something, 21 feet or something. This is in high school, and he was like, "Oh man, like, and then that's when the first day started, and then went to nationals, and
Mhm.
no, went to states, and got second place. Um, and I was like, dang, I got second place here, and then a college coach came up to me, boom, recruiting on the spot right there. And I was like, oh, shucks,
Mhm.
I guess I'll be going to this school now, you know? So opportunities coming out of sports and definitely keep your grades up because you're student
Mhm.
athletes and you're student first and then athlete. You cannot compete without having those grades anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so if you like to enjoy what you're doing and traveling so much for it and meeting all the great friends across the world, you gotta keep your grades up. Even when you're out of school, you just
Yeah.
gotta compete and do you're supposed to do. So any social
Mhm.
media where people could find you at?
Yeah. I have an Instagram. It's Natalia Kuipers.
Uh,
That's just it. One word.
all right, so no underscore, no nothing. Natalia
No,
Kuipers.
nothing. Just Natalia Kuipers, and it says VI swimming in my bio, so that's a little hint.
All right, so if you put in VI swimming, the guaranteed you're gonna come up in there. And And there it is. You guys out there, you want to reach me at 340-719-8462. Or you can email me at noc@virginislandolympics.org. Or check me out on the website at www.virginislandolympics.org. Or go onto our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/Virgin Island Olympics. You guys did use Twitter. Some people still use it. I know a lot of people still use it. Make sure you use at Team ISV or the hashtag at Team ISV. And why do we use Team ISV? Is because that's our athletics. We know we use in athletics. Have you ever, Natalia, noticed that our teams use like ISV rather than VI? So that's the
Yeah,
abbreviation in
visas
sports.
virgenes, no?
Yes, but
Like, is it in Spanish?
well, it is, and in Greek too. So it looked at it as ISV.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can still use Team VI, still representing the Virgin Islands, but when you use ISV, then we know for sure you know about sports. And those are guys out there that want to hit me up on Instagram, ask me all the questions and stuff. Reach me at what is my thing? Oh, B17BOOKIE. Get to me, and then we're good to go. Thank you for coming on, Mrs. Natalia, and stay safe out
Yeah,
there.
thank you so much for
Remember,
having
wherever
me.
you go, just run because you gotta run and stay
Just
in
run to
shape.
the store.
You just run. All right.
Yeah.
Catch us back next week. VIOC in action at 107.9 live. And we out. Hi.